Whenever we introduce a new concept, our main goal is to help learners build on what they already know. This allows them to transfer their existing understanding to new, related ideas. For fraction multiplication, that means tying it back to the core concept of multiplication. For example, when we think of 2 times 4, we can visualize making two groups where each group has a size of 4, and then find the total. Then, applying the same logic, 1/2 times 4 can be thought of as taking half of a group where the group size is 4. By teaching the concept through this progression, where we move from multiplying two whole numbers to multiplying a whole number and a fraction, we're helping students naturally extend their understanding. The next logical step in this approach is to help them see how these same principles apply when multiplying two fractions. Let's recap the key ideas behind fraction multiplication. The denominator of a fraction tells us how many equal-sized pieces are needed to make one whole, while the numerator tells us how many of those pieces we actually have. Multiplication can be thought of as finding a total when you know the number of equal-sized groups you are creating. In this way, one of the multipliers represents the size of each group, while the other represents how many groups you are making. Here's the really important part. In multiplication, unlike addition and subtraction, you're actually dealing with two different units. The total and the size of each group are based on the same unit, however, the number of groups is not. Let's look at what this means in practice by solving 1/3 times 2/5. We can think of this as making 1/3 of a group when the size of each group is 2/5. Our goal is to find the total amount that results from taking that 1/3 portion. First, let's represent the group size by showing 2/5 of a whole. Now, what is 1/3 of that shaded area? Remember the meaning of a fraction. We need to divide that 2/5 into 3 equal parts and take one of them. Finally, let's find the total amount. Remember that both the group size and total amount refer back to the same whole, which in this case is our original rectangle. To see this clearly and write the fraction correctly, every piece needs to be the same size, which is what our denominator represents. This is why we divide the entire rectangle into equal-sized pieces. We end up with 15 pieces total to make one whole, so we put 15 in the denominator. We can then see that we have 2 small shaded pieces out of those 15 equal-sized pieces, so the total is 2/15. As always, if you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more teaching strategies. Thanks for watching.